Yes, people, afternoon, and it's a glorious Thursday. We've got one more day till Friday, and then you know what? Literally, it's the weekend. Big up to everyone that's going to be joining the stream now, later, playback, and all them things there. Hope everyone's having a good evening, or afternoon, or good morning. So, yeah, it's been a mixed week in terms of football. If I'm going from Sunday to Sunday, obviously we got beat by Man United during the week. That was last Sunday. A few days got taken out, man. That was horrible. That was a horrible feeling. But you know how it goes, man. Sometimes, man, that's football, isn't it? You know, you win some, you lose some, so they say. But yeah, man, yesterday, you know, Champions League, last game in the Champions League, played the bottom team, Kiarat, or however you say their name, and you know, I got some positives and some negatives to talk about that game. People can say it was a nothing game. It was all for pride and stuff. The score the score line didn't really reflect the game, in my opinion. But you know, well done to Kiarat. You know, they hung in there. They gave it their all near the end. Capes guy Ricardinho got his goal after being bantered throughout the whole game. But you know what I loved about that game, yeah? It was that first half. No one can tell me anything about that first half, man. That first half, that was enjoyable football. That was the football I've been missing for such a long time. You know, the interchanging, the passing, you know, the through balls, you know, and the one guy who, you know, who grinds my teeth, man, you know, he came on for that first half and he was impressive. And yeah, it was against Kiarat or whoever, but I think that was the type of football we've been missing, you know, for large parts of the season. Just, you know, the elegant touch, you know, the way he turns and the way he can just find a pass. We've missed that with you know, the likes of Odegaard and Eze. I don't even know if Ozard, I'm calling him. I don't even know if Odegaard and Eze, yeah, will ever have that. Can they play together? I don't even know if they'll ever be able to play together, man. One slows the game down while one wants to speed the game up. I don't think that combination works for me. Yeah, there's not enough. I don't think there's enough thing yet, but for me, I just don't know whether them two are ever going to be able to like play together in the same team, man. I saw some bits of it in which game was it? Was it the Portsmouth game? Was it the Portsmouth game when he was doing these little triangle things and all that? Looked amazing, but you don't play Pompey every week. But yeah, man, I was impressed with Havertz, the energy and everything in that first half. But we all know that the Premier League's different. We all know that the Premier League is a scrap, and teams ain't gonna, you know, want to come out, because if you look at the second half of that game, when Kiarat sat back, it became a lot difficult for us to break them down. We were taking shots. We were trying to get down the wings. Apart from Martinelli, Madueke was trying to find, you know, like trying to put crosses in the ball, but you know, the end product wasn't there. That final pass just wasn't there. I was impressed with Norgard. Even before like the 60th minute, I was saying this guy's the man of the match. I thought he was really good yesterday. Gyökeres as well. I think he should have had like a brace, maybe a hat trick yesterday as well. And we just need our players to start clicking a bit more. Saturday is going to be a massive test, man. 3:00, Ellen Road. You know, it's going to be, you know, crowds right close to the ground and stuff. It's going to be a bit of a mad one on Saturday. But we're here, innit? We're here. You know, we're trying to get this league title. one game at a time, though. Talking about we're winning this and we're winning that. You just need to slow down and just breathe, and you know what, be humble. You know, that's one of the most important things in life. Sometimes you have to be humble, because you know what, things can just change in an instant. And yeah, I was impressed with like Gyökeres yesterday, Kai Havertz, Norgard. I thought they played really well, especially in a team that was a weakened or rotated side. Could that same side go and beat Leeds at the weekend? Big question mark. Not too sure. You talk about having a big squad and stuff like that, but I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, first goal, you know, Havertz does his little, you know, receives the ball, looks up, threads in a beautiful pass. Gyökeres runs in with the ball outside the box. Defender is not really doing much, and he's like slotted it home. Could the keeper have done better? Maybe, maybe not. But that was a beautiful goal. That was a good finish. And then we just probed and probed and probed in the first half. Loads of chances. I can remember Gyökeres having another chance where he's just hit his toe when really, and Cape had it, you know, perfect. That, you know, should have just used his studs, the bottom of his foot, and that's a goal. Could have had a hat trick actually when you think about it. Kai's goal as well, beautiful finish. Can't remember who's received the ball from. Was it Eze? I can't remember, but he's kind of like turned inside, taken on a couple of players, and he just, you know, he just hit it truly. 2-0. And sorry, it was 1-1 actually at that point, because these guys scored on us, innit? That penalty, silly penalty to give away so early in the game. But these things happen. And then yeah, Kai Havertz, that beautiful finish. I thought that was a really good goal. Nice bit of power, bend, whip on that shot, and it was a good finish. And you know, you're thinking by now, okay, let's cruise now, yeah. Then we go and score again. I think it was good play again by, was it Madueke or was it Havertz? Yeah, Havertz beats the offside trap and puts in a nice ball right in front of, like, you know, in a 6-yard box. And Gyökeres gets his foot on it, but it's not enough. But it's trickling in, or trickling wherever it's trickling in, and then Martinelli just you know, puts in a goal. So 3-1, and you know what, me and Cape are thinking, second half, man, it's just gonna be, you know, it's gonna be mad. Yeah, Cape's talking about 6-7 goals and all that. I was like, calm down. But second half, it's like, I don't know whether this was instructions, or it may have been instructions. I don't know. I'm not in that dressing room, but Kiarat went into like more of a low block, and then we just found it difficult to break them down. You know, maybe the big up to more Arsenal in the building. Big up to more Arsenal in the building. Maybe, you know, the manager thought, you know what, I don't want to get a batter in here today, man. It's our last game. You know, I want to send the fans home, you know, with some pride. You know, I don't want to get a 6-7-1 and get on that plane back to Kazakhstan. It's already 20 minus back home. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to go home with a good feeling. So went into that low block, and we struggled. We struggled to break them down. You know, a lot of play, but no action. Madueke down the right, doing his thing. It just don't know. Madueke he's such a frustrating player. Yeah, he reminds me a bit of Javinho. Yeah, he's got all the guile, you know, and the technique, but it's that final ball, that final pass, that final shot just lets him down. Now, I think he's about 23 years old now. I don't know if that can be. I don't know if that can be actually taught now. You know, they say you have it or you don't have it in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and this is not a criticism. Well, you could call it it's constructive criticism of him. Can he get better? Maybe he can get better, but from his time at Chelsea to now, you know, not scoring a goal in the Premier League and everything as well, it makes you question why Chelsea did sell Madueke to us in the first place. You know, 52 million is not, it's not silly money to laugh at, especially for a winger. So I just, and you know, he's scored goals in the Champions League. He's already scored 3 goals in the Champions League. I just feel that, I don't know, what is it that's missing from this player? What's missing from Madueke? What is it? I think it's a lot of confidence. I think he lacks so much confidence. You know, he's got the hip hop flow and all that kind of stuff. And some people like to outwardly show that, you know what, they're this and they're that, but you know, inside, yeah, they're kind of like, you know, quiet and kind of thing like that. He reminds me of one of those guys that I don't know. I don't know him personally, but he's probably a really nice guy to get on with in the dressing room and, you know, around the team and stuff like that. But there's something about his ability on the pitch. Can he get better? More than likely, of course he can get better, but will he get better? And that's the big question mark. Maybe he needs a season or two, few more games, because he does play here and there. He doesn't get a lot of minutes all the time. But when you have an opportunity, you have to put both hands on it, and you've just got to you know, go with it. And you know what? Seal that position if you can. Had all game yesterday. Saka was rested. Rice was rested. Marino was rested. Odegaard came on. I don't want to say too much about Odegaard. I just think that I think we've outlived Odegaard, so to speak. I don't know, like, Odegaard could play on Saturday and score a goal, and then everyone's going to say he's back. But for me, he's not back. He's never been back. I can pick a handful of games this season where he's been all right, and even then, I'm thinking, like, you know, the handful, it goes to fingers. Well, maybe he was good that game. Maybe he was good that game. You know, the lines between your fingers. Those are the games. People won't like me criticizing him, but last time I checked, this was Waffle Don's channel, and Waffle Don says what he wants to say about his club. Yeah, or you can say what you want to say in the chat, but I just think we're outliving Odegaard. I don't think because he's the manager's son, that doesn't mean that he's the man in the team, because he definitely isn't. And I just think that time's coming, yeah, where there's gonna be a time where he's gonna be seeing bench for a long time. You know, I'm hoping, yeah, Eze also picks up the pace as well, because he was okay. And big up to Payne, like Bane in the place, man. It was Kiarat Practice, you know, Kiarat Practice when it. That's how it was supposed to sound like. Don't do like that button, yeah, like your girl back. I've got kids watching at this time, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about Odegaard, man. I really don't know. Yes, he may take us to the promised land. He may be the captain to take us for the promised land. Can he take us beyond that? Question marks. But yeah, Arsenal, you know, through to the next rounds, knockout rounds. And rightfully so. I don't want to be one of these guys that boasts about, yeah, we're top of the Champions League, we've won X amount of games and we've conceded X amount of goals. What matters is where we finish. and that's the main thing. You know, you can go to the finals of a FA Cup and still lose it. You know, no one's going to talk about the games you played leading up to there. You won 5 games, all of that. No one cares. Only anyone who watches football and watches Arsenal, it's the end result. It's the final boss. Where we land from that, that's the most important for me as an Arsenal fan. There's a long way to go, a lot of games to go. Premier League, 15 games, countdown. We've got a lot to do, guys. We're not there yet. You know, these trebles and quadruples and all that kind of chat. We're not there yet, people. Let's just, you know what? Next game is Leeds. We need to go into that game with confidence. And you know, the second half, yeah, I need to speak about this because the second half gave me PTSD of going back. Because that first half gave me so much enjoyment, man. So much, and you don't understand. I'm sure a lot of supporters, Arsenal fans, it gave them a lot of joy as well. But that second half, it gave me Liverpool. Yeah, it gave me who's the other team we drew? Forest. Yeah, a little bit of Man United. It gave me that kind of feeling. Yeah, are we gonna go back to this? You know, because the manager was talking about having conversations with the players, enjoyment and everything being beautiful. There's gonna be a change. Well, brother, let me see this change. Let me see this change because I need to see it. And that's starting on Saturday at 3 p.m. kickoff, where me and my boy Cape is going to be doing another watch along. God willing, inshallah, whatever you call, we're going to be doing that hopefully this Saturday. So make sure, people, yeah, you slap up the likes. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Player ratings, see? I can't be bothered to go through and bring up the screen and all that. I just cannot be bothered today, yeah? Literally on my break, and I'm going to go eat the rest of my shepherd's pie. Big up to the missus, yeah, the shepherd's pie was banging. The leftovers. I hope there's some for me. I hope she left me some because, well, I'm going to be vexed if there's no more shepherd's pie. But let's do the ratings. Let's do them together, people. So in goal, Kepa. That penalty, yeah, the man was diving before the guy took the shot, yeah. But anyway, a penalty is a penalty, it's a shot. Out of position for the second goal as well, but it was a very good cross to Ricardinho. Didn't do much wrong, didn't have much to do, so I'm going to give him a 7. Right back, Ben White was in goal. I thought he was decent. Ben White was in goal. What am I talking about? Ben White, I thought he had a decent game actually. I thought he was quite good. I'm gonna give him a 8. Shout out to AJ, the mod in the building. I see you. Let that 2 in, embarrassing. That should have got Arteta sacked. Jeez, man's coming with violence. Big up to AJ. I'll give Ben a 7. Mascara, I thought Mascara was quite good actually. It's decent. Mascara was all right. I'll give him an 8. Yeah, I'll give him an 8. We did concede 2 goals in it, so you have to think in it. Yeah, I'll give him an 8. Shout out to AJ in the building, man. Calafiori gave away a stupid penalty. If that was in the league, I would be absolutely going mad. I'm going to give him a 7 as well because I thought they played well together. They don't play consistently together, maybe in training, but I thought they defended well together. Left back Skelly, I thought Skelly was really good yesterday. I'm going to give him an 8. You know, done the inverting thing, tried to bring the ball up, put in a few decent crosses as well. Martinelli, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. I thought he was excellent. Thought he done really well. Gosh, I'm going up to the attack already without the midfield. Midfield. Who did we start with midfield? Norgard, Eze, and Norgard, Eze. Who was the other midfielder that we played? Man, my brain has gone. Who? Anyone in the comments? Who was the third midfield? Let me just look it up. Actually, my brain's just gone into meltdown mode, bro. Seriously, let's have a look. It was Norgard, Eze, and Havertz. How can I forget that? It was Havertz, innit? Oh, look at me in my brain, man. My brain's going mad. Yeah. So let's start with Havertz. He only played first half, but I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was excellent that first half. If it weren't for Norgard playing the whole game, I would have given Havertz probably man of the match, but obviously he played one half. Got a goal and assist. Brother, I'm going to give him a 9. I'm giving him 9. Havertz is getting a 9. Eze, he done some nice things in the game, nice touches in that first half. Second half, he's trying to do, a little bit more, but because the game slowed down, he done a few nice touches. There's a few times where he done his little jinky, and I was thinking, shoot, and nice little threaded balls through and stuff like that. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought Eze was decent. People said that he weren't all that, but I thought Eze done some good things in the game. As for Norgard, yeah, Newgard. I thought he was excellent yesterday. I thought he played like a proper DM. And that guy, as Kate, my boy, was saying, he plays vertical passes. He was playing vertical passes. Just playing balls forward. That old Thomas Partey role, like playing as a proper DM, but also looking to attack. And I thought he had an excellent game yesterday. Yeah. I'm giving him a 10. I'm going to give him a 10. I'm not overrating this player, by the way. I'm not saying he's like Prime De Young and whoever his name is. I'm not saying that, but I thought he had a good game. So he was my man of the match yesterday. Thought he was brilliant. Gyökeres, goal and dead assist. I'll give him an 8. Thought it was all right. I thought he tried to do the dribble thing. It weren't really working, but you know what? He was dangerous yesterday. He was roughing up man. He was throwing man on the ground. That's what I want to see more of. And he was decent. Madueke, I'm going to give him a 7. He tried. But, maybe there's still a lot more to come from him. So, yeah, that's my ratings, people. Yeah, vocal ratings. None of this on the screen thing. But, yeah, let me know, people, yeah, what you thought of the game. Was it a decent game? It's only Kiarat, so that's what we're going to hear. So we move on to Saturday. So hopefully I'll do a preview for the Saturday's game. And yeah, man, that's it. But anyway, people, make sure you smash the likes. Big up to everyone in the building that's made it. The lows, I got low views these days, but it is what I don't do it. I don't do it for that. I do it so I can have a voice and I can chat to the peoples there, minute. Do you know what I mean? And be myself. A lot of people ain't themselves. They're just trying to just do the exciting thing. But yeah, people, man, big up to everyone, yeah. And listen, I'll catch you soon. We out. Peace. Time for the